So this activity, as I said, is all about people who help us. We're going to become delivery drivers and we're going to work together to get our parcels into the correct places, so the correct destinations on the map. Now, there's a few different ways that you can do this, and I'm going to show you that just in a little second, because we can use things that we have lying around our classrooms and lying around our nurseries as well. But some of you may have already printed out the maps, the vehicles, and the labels.
Thanks, Eva. That's great. Hi, everyone. Good morning. So just for the adults with you, in this new resource, People Who Help Us, there's actually 3 different activities that you can do with your children. And they are Delivery Day, which is the one that we're going to be doing very shortly. We've also got Pattern Patrol, which is all about looking at patterns on emergency vehicles. So like police cars, fire engines, ambulances, that kind of thing. And then the third activity is called Firefighter Fun, which is all about designing a uniform and special equipment that a firefighter might need to be able to do their job safely. So we're going to look at Delivery Day today, but you'll be able to have a look at the other ones, which we hope you really enjoy using in the activity set as well. And all of these activities can be downloaded from the link, which is at the bottom of the screen now, which is barefootcomputing.org/early years. And there's tons of resources on there for early years too. So perhaps have a look around while you're there. But today we're going to get going with Delivery Day, and we really hope that you enjoy it.
Thank you. Thanks, Isabella. And we will send all these links on in a follow-up email after the session. So you might want to try the activity like this. This is what we're going to do this morning. We've got a picture of the map here on screen, and we've got all the little car and vehicle icons, and we've already, to save some time, we've added the parcels to the cars. You might notice something else that's a bit different. We've marked out with thick black lines where on the road to help us to count how many times we might need to move forward or we might need to move back. And that's really important because I might move forward further than Isabella might move forward. And this just helps us to count so we all get to the correct destination. Now, you might have things like this in your nursery, your house, or your classroom. You might have a road mat, a carpet mat, and you might have toy cars and buses. You can use them as well. You might have a picture of a map. And you might notice again, we've popped those black lines on, we've popped the grids on to help us count, because that's really important. Or you might want to take the activity outside. And as long as you've got something to mark the lines with, whether it might be chalk on the playground or pieces of paper like this on the ground, you can do the activity outside as well. You might have some bebop mats already in your classrooms or your nurseries, and you can use them too. And that's actually really important because I wanted to make a little mention about bebots, because that's the way that we're going to move today. If you've used a bebop before, you will know that they can go forwards and they can move backwards. They can turn left and they can turn right. But when they do a turn, they don't move a distance, they stay on the spot. And that's how we're going to move today. So try and keep that in mind, but we will remind you.
All right, so let's get going with our first delivery van. So I can see here we've got a delivery van and it's got a parcel on it. Have a look on your screen, see if you can see where that parcel is going. I think, looking at the label, this parcel is meant to be getting to Brown's Bakers. And the address of Brown's Bakers, it says, is 10 The Lane. So I wonder, which of those can you see there? Which of those shops do you think might be useful for us here? You can either pop it into the chat. Is it going to be the top one, Brown's Bakers, or is it going to be the bottom one, Toy Shop? Or you can put your hand up if you want to, or you can unmute yourself and you can tell us, where is this van trying to get to? Oh, I can see Miss Doyle's class, fabulous. They think it's going to go to the Brown's Bakers. We've got some votes for Brown's Bakers, some for Toy Shop. I think, what do you think, Eva? What should we go for?
Well, the staff in the toy shop might be hungry. They might be looking for something from the bakers, but I think we'll go with Brown's Bakers. We'll match up the label on the parcel to the sign on the shop.
Fabulous. Oh, we've got lots of votes for Brown's Bakers coming in now. Thank you so much. All right, let's have a look at our map then. And this map has got loads of different shops and businesses that you might see in a street near you, perhaps. So if we take a look at our map, I can see we've got a library. I can see a flower shop, a toy shop, and then upside down I can see a post office and I can see the police station. So lots and lots of different things that we might see as we walk around our local area. So we said we were going to look for Brown's Bakers. Yep. So I can see our van on the left there. Remember, we've got those black boxes marked out so that we can try and guide it to the right destination. I wonder if any of you could take a little bit of thinking time with your classes or your friends that you're with and see if you can work out how many steps and in which direction this van might need to go to get its parcel safely to Brown's Bakers. So remember, we said, just like the Bebop moves, if you've used one of those, it can go forward, it can go back, it can turn left, and it can turn right. So we're going to set you some thinking time. You can pop it in the chat if you'd like to, and then we'll do it on screen with you.
Okay, so we're going to use this timer and we're going to have 60 seconds, so 1 minute to plan our route. And we can either stop at the curb, or if you want to take it a little step further, you can turn your vehicle so that they're facing into the shop or the bakers.
Absolutely. Remember, when it just turns on the spot. So think about if it would need to be a left turn or a right turn.
And you've got to imagine that you are the driver in that vehicle and think about what way you're facing. Should perhaps pop them on the right side of the road for a start. There we go.
Okay. All right, that's our thinking up. Lots of messages in the chat. Thank you so much. I can see you're all busy planning. Lots of 6 forwards and turn left, 6 forwards and turn left. We've got that coming up many times.
Okay, shall we try?
Yeah, let's have a try, because remember, when we're thinking about this kind of logical thinking, we call it computational thinking. It's really good to test it out, and if it doesn't work, that's okay. We go back and we have a try and see what we can change.
Okay, are you going to count along with me, everyone? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now what do I need to do? What was the next instruction?
I think the majority said turn left.
Okay, let's try.
Hooray! Well done. You're almost on the curb there. Brilliant. Well done to everyone who said 6 steps forward and 1 left turn, or even 6 steps forward to get him outside is absolutely fine. Brilliant. Okay, let's try another one, shall we? Okay, I'm not going to say anything about this one. I'd like you to look at the label on the delivery van and see where you think it's going, and then perhaps pop into the chat or talk with your friends about which one of those 2 shops or offices you think it should go to. We give you a few seconds to do that now.
The wrapping paper gives us a good clue as well, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. So on all of the little parcels, you'll be able to hopefully see a little clue as to where the shop is, which shop it needs to go to. Oh, we got loads of votes for Bloom's Flower Shop. Well done. So let's try and have a look at the map and see if we can map out the route. So again, we'll give you a little bit of thinking time. So look, our van this time is over on the right hand side of the map, so it's starting from a different position. So our start position is important, isn't it, for when we're planning routes? So I'd like you to talk with your friends. We said we thought it was going to Bloom's Flower Shop. We can see that right at the end of the lane there, and we'll give you a little bit of thinking time again, and feel free to pop in the route to your to the chat.
Okay, I'm going to start the timer. Oh,
some of you are so speedy.
okay, halfway there. I think we've got quite a few answers already.
Yeah. And this map, so when you download the activity, if you haven't already, with this map, there's a little bit more of the map than we can see on the screen. So when you print it out, you can print it out, you can enlarge it up to A3 if you want to make a nice big map. And then you could use it with a real little car to map your routes if you wanted to. So if you want to do more activities, we're just showing you a little taster. And there's more parcels, more things that need delivering in the activity. Okay, perfect. We had tons of 7 forward, then right. So I was doing a bit of predicting in my head and I was trying to count it out. But let's check if that's right. Okay, so we've got lots of 7 forward and turn right. Should we count it together again?
Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now where should I go? What was the final instruction?
The last one was turn right.
Right.
Well done.
There we are.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I suppose we could always go forward again if we wanted to park a little bit closer, but
yeah,
it would maybe be safer not to park on the curb in case there were any people walking past, any pedestrians.
Brilliant. Okay. So I think those ones were not too tricky. We got those really well, and some of you got them so quickly. Well done. Let's try one that's just a little trickier now. So again, take a moment to talk with your friends about where this van is going, whether it's the top shop you can see there or the bottom one, and pop that into the chat if you like.
Again, there's some very good clues on the wrapping paper. What pictures can we see on the wrapping paper? Can we match them up with any of the pictures on the shop fronts?
Lots of options coming in for hairdressers. Well done. So this one is going to Cuts Hairdressers, 8 Cross Street. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, the scissors. Well done, Mrs. Orr's class. The scissors gave us a clue, didn't they? We had the scissors on the parcel, and actually there's a little pair of scissors on the shop too. So now this one's starting from the left, all the way down the left-hand side of the lane. So we're looking this time for Cuts Hairdressers. So again, we're going to give you a minute's thinking time. Might be a little trickier this route, but we'll find out what you think in a moment. Okay, so pop your routes into the chat. So if you want to put your hands up and or if you want to unmute, I think I can hear someone unmuted, and then perhaps we could choose. And maybe if you want to actually use your mic to tell us the route, your microphone, then pop that into the chat, and then we'll know, okay? And then we can choose you rather than all chatting at the same time.
Okay, we've started the timer, and remember, A left turn or a right turn means that you stay in the same space. You just turn to face a different direction, okay?
Absolutely. So if you've used a bebop before, it works in just the same way. Turn on the spot and then it's going forward again.
I think we've got quite a few coming in here, Isabella, so we could maybe try and see what different results we get if we get
Yeah,
different
that's a good
results.
idea. That's a good idea.
Oh, there we are. Time's up.
Okay, thank you so much for popping those into the chat. So I saw one that said 4 forward, 1 left. 4 steps forward, 1 left. Should we give that one a try?
Let's try. Can you all help me count again, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then was it a left turn?
It was a left turn, yeah. Now we are facing the hairdressers, aren't we? So I can see absolutely why you've said that. We are facing the hairdressers. Now this map is unusual, isn't it? Because it has 2 roads which kind of cross as a junction in the middle. They cross over. So that definitely gets us to the hairdressers, but we've also had lots of suggestions for different routes. So I think maybe we try one of those, because quite often in computing there's or computational thinking, there's more than one way to achieve what we're trying to achieve. There's more than one way to solve a problem. Oh, I can see some with degrees on there. That's amazing. Let's see. So what's that one? Crookfur. Hello. Crookfur 1A. Hello. 3 forward, 1 left, 1 forward, turn right. That's quite a complicated set of instructions, isn't it? Should we try it, Eva?
Let's try it.
1 left, 1 forward, turn right. That's 4 instructions.
Here goes the 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. And then the left turn.
Yeah.
And then we've not moved forward, remember, we've only turned. And then forward 1. And then was it turn right or turn left?
It was turn right.
Turn right, there we are.
Amazing. Such a long set of instructions. Lots to remember in our head. I wonder, just a little bonus question, does anyone know what we call a set of instructions like that? It's a word that begins with A. I think it's quite a tricky word. If you think you know it, maybe pop it into the chat. We're talking about sets of instructions like recipes, or how to make something, or how to plan a route for something. If you don't know, then we'll tell you in a moment, okay? So brilliant. So we had 2 different ways, but they both worked, didn't they? They both got there. Let's see what else we had. Oh yeah, and that's what I was looking at. I was looking at 90 degrees. That's right. So 1 left or right turn is 90 degrees. Well done. Forward 3, 1 left. Fabulous. We had a 4 forward, 2 left. Oh, that's interesting, that one, isn't it?
Try.
Yeah, let's try it and just see what 4 forward, 2 left would be.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then left turn.
Yeah.
And then left turn.
Another left turn. Yes. Yeah. Because remember, we're turning on the spot, aren't we? And then once we've turned on the spot, then we can go forward again. I think, I mean, if we're allowed to go on the curb, which we probably wouldn't really, but we could have said 4 forward and then maybe a left turn and then another forward if we wanted to be right in the hairdressers, couldn't we? But fabulous. It's quite tricky, isn't it, to think about all those steps in your head. Sometimes it's easier to write them down. Like if you have a little whiteboard or a piece of paper, you can write it down and then correct it. Now I can see So many of you have suggested the word that starts with an A for a set of instructions as an algorithm. Fabulous. Well done. That's the word I was thinking of. So an algorithm is when we put lots of instructions in the right order. That's the really important bit. An algorithm helps us to get something done or achieve something. So these routes are all algorithms. So today you're making an algorithm. And if our algorithm doesn't work quite right, then we go back and we check it. That's got a special word as well. When we find a mistake and we fix it. I wonder if anyone knows that word. That word begins with a D, and it's a funny word. The children that I teach find it really funny. So when we make a mistake in an algorithm, that's a good thing in when we're talking about computational thinking, which is what we're doing. It's a good thing to find our mistake and fix it because it helps us learn. Does anyone think they know that word that starts with a D?
We could give you a clue.
Yeah.
When there's a mistake in an algorithm, we might call it a bug.
Mm. I think it might be a tricky one. I think I'll tell you. It's called debug. We debug. So we look for our bug in our algorithm and we fix it. So that's what we call debugging, which is a really funny word, isn't it? Debugging. So you're all doing debugging when you're fixing your algorithms. So you've made algorithms today and you've debugged them. And hopefully you'll want to do a little bit more on this activity in your classes and make some more routes to get the parcels to their right destinations. Fabulous work, everyone. Well done.
Oops, I've made the mouse cursor so big, it's really tricky to click on small things now.
So just a reminder for the adults here, the one that we've started doing, and we've just done 3 of the packages, but there are 3 more, so you might have them printed out or you can download them from the red link there. We've started doing the activities in Delivery Day, but you've also got Pattern Patrol and Firefighter Fun, so all looking at different aspects of computational thinking. And then we've also got some more things for you to try that are linked with these activities. So that's just, if you pop onto the next slide, Eva, for me, please. At the bottom of all of the activities, thank you, you will see connected activities that link really nicely to the topic. And we know that you might do people who help us as part of your learning in your setting. And one of the great links that comes with this particular one, Delivery Day, is the Postman Pat Office post office set. And there are so many lovely printables that you can get from there. So you can design your own stamps, you can write your own addresses onto envelopes, you can write labels for things, you can design your own money, and everything you need for a little post office, which you may want to set up if you have a home corner or similar. So that's a lovely activity. And then we've also included in this one a Bebot jacket that can be designed. So we've talked a lot about Bebots and they link really well with routes and destinations. And this little Bebot jacket, you can turn the Bebot into anything, but we thought it might be nice to design the Bebot as a delivery driver. And then you can have your Bebot delivering. You could even attach a little letter to the Bebot, couldn't you? And have it delivering things around your setting. So they're the linked activities that come with this one that you might like to try. And that's all available and linked from the activity plan on the Barefoot website. So we really hope that you enjoy continuing the Delivery Day activity and that you have a look at the other activities in the People Who Help Us set.
Thanks, Isabella. And then just a little quick reminder that you can do this type of activity with the resources, the toys that you have around about you as well. So if you do have a car mat and some cars, or if you are out in the garden, oops, this one here, you can give each other instructions. So you can pretend to be these delivery people taking parcels to the shops, as long as you've got something to help you to count. So whether that be chalk marked out on the playground or pieces of paper like this, so that we can all understand the instruction and all move at the same measurement each time. So for the adults on the call, we have the evaluation, of course, but we will send you this in a follow-up email. So please pop in any suggestions, anything else that you would like to see as part of our live lessons or as part of our unplugged computing science offer. Please pop that in. And I would like to say a huge big thank you to Isabella. Thank you so much, Isabella. That was so much fun this morning. I know that I enjoyed myself, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of the boys and girls on this call will be really keen to try this out now. And it's something that you can do at home as well.
Absolutely. You might be going somewhere this weekend and you can make a little route. Maybe if you're out and about in the park or in the woods or in the town, and you can make yourself a little map maybe and mark on some places. That would be really fun.
And we'll send a link to the slides in the follow-up email as well. So if you do want to use, do it the way that we've done it, it was just a PowerPoint, and I've just cut out the icons for drag and drop. So you could do that if you have a bigger screen as well, or on a little mobile device, whatever it is you have access to, you can do it that way as well. Okay, so we're just about finished now, but I wonder, does anyone have anything they would like to say? Does anyone have any thoughts about this type of activity? Or is anyone going to be trying it later on? Let's have a wee look and see.
Yeah, I think St. Mark's key too. I'm glad. Thank you for all the thank yous, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And it's really nice to hear that you're going to continue delivery day. Well done. It might be a nice thing to do on a Friday afternoon. It's a very rainy Friday afternoon where I am. So it will be an indoor delivery day for me, I think. But great that you want to continue it.
Well, feel free to pop your cameras on now. You can give us a little wave and say bye-bye. And we will end the call just in a little second. Thanks for joining us. I hope you come along to some more sessions. And when you go home today, you can tell your families that you were doing a cool computing science activity this morning.
Bye-bye, P4A. Thanks, and St. Mark's. Thank you, P1 and P2, and loads of you there. Well done. Oh, lots of cameras coming on now. It's really nice to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day.